Hello and welcome to the English Deep Dive. I am so glad you are here today because we are going to unlock the final door to true British fluency, the soul of idioms. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt that your English is too safe? You speak with correct grammar, you use good words, but you feel like you are speaking a foreign language. When you listen to native speakers in London or Manchester, they use strange phrases. They talk about clouds, cakes, and dogs, but they aren't talking about animals or food. I call this the plain English trap. Most students learn Global English, a version of the language that is functional but lacks flavour. But in the UK, we love metaphors. We love idioms. They make our speech colourful, witty, and warm. If you don't use them, you sound like a textbook. If you do use them, you instantly sound like a local. Today, we are going to perform linguistic art on your English. This is a 45-minute intensive masterclass on 50 Advanced British Idioms. We will categorize them into work, life, and feelings. Then, we will engage in a massive 60-sentence shadowing marathon to build your native reflex. Finally, we will listen to a story about a day in London where these idioms save a social situation. Are you ready to stop sounding plain and start sounding British? Let's begin. Part 1. Idioms for work and success. In a professional environment, idioms are used to show confidence and to simplify complex ideas. Instead of saying, "That is very easy," we say, "It's a piece of cake." Instead of "start a meeting," we say, "Get the ball rolling." Let's practice 10 professional chunks to warm up. Repeat after me with an authoritative tone. I'm sure the presentation will be a piece of cake for you. Let's get the ball rolling by reviewing the budget. We need to keep our eye on the ball this quarter. To be fair, he's really gone the extra mile for this client. Honestly, I think it's time to call it a day. We should prioritize quality. Let's not cut corners here. It's not exactly rocket science, is it? I'm afraid we'll have to go back to the drawing board. He really hit the nail on the head with that suggestion. I've got a lot on my plate, but I'll get round to it. Part 2. Idioms for feelings and social life. This is where British English gets emotional. We use idioms to describe how happy, sad, or tired we are. Instead of, "I am very happy," we say, "I'm over the moon," or "I'm chuffed to bits," instead of, I am very tired, we say, I'm knackered, or I'm ready for the land of Nod. Let's practice 10 social chunks. I was absolutely chuffed to bits when I heard the news. She's over the moon about her new promotion. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, to be honest. Honestly, I'm absolutely knackered after that flight. It's a bit of a touchy subject, so tread carefully. I was completely taken aback by his sudden reaction. Don't worry, you'll get over it in no time. I'm perfectly content with a quiet night in. Gosh, the weather today is absolutely dreadful, isn't it? Is less than #7. 0 hash. Is greater than. Take care of yourself. Cheers for the chat. Part 3. Classic British Oddities. There are some idioms that only make sense in the UK. One of the most famous is, Bob's your uncle. It means, and there you have it. Or, it's that simple. Example. Put the tea bag in, add water, and Bob's your uncle. Another is, a storm in a teacup. This means a big fuss about a small, unimportant problem. Let's practice 10 odd British chunks. Just click this button, and Bob's your uncle. It works. Honestly, I think the whole argument is a storm in a teacup. It's not really my cup of tea, to be perfectly honest. I'm afraid he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Let's not beat around the bush. We need a decision. I was absolutely blown away by the quality of the work. It goes without saying that honesty is the best policy. I think we should take it with a pinch of salt. I really need to get my act together this year. It's high time we started taking this seriously. Part 4. The Master Shadowing Marathon. Now, we enter the most important part of our workout. We are going to practice 60 sentences using all the idioms we have learned. This is the gym for your native reflex. Section A. Office talk and ambition. I'd like to kick off the meeting by getting the ball rolling. We really need to keep our eye on the ball this week. To be fair, the project has been a piece of cake so far. I'm confident that we can go the extra mile for them. Let's touch base later today to finalize the details. I believe we should think outside the box for a solution. It's not exactly rocket science, but it does require focus. I'm afraid we might have to go back to the drawing board. He really hit the nail on the head during the presentation. I've got a lot on my plate, but I'm perfectly content. We should prioritize accuracy and avoid cutting corners. I'll get back to you by the end of play on Friday. Shall we call it a day and finish the rest tomorrow? I'm absolutely swamped with work at the moment. Sorry. It was a pleasure doing business with you. Cheers! We need to look at the big picture before we decide. I'm struggling to get my head around the new budget. It goes without saying that your feedback is vital. I'm over the moon that the deal was successful. Take it from me. Consistency is the key to success. Section B. Daily life and socializing. Honestly, I haven't given it much thought yet. I was chuffed to bits when I saw the final result. How have you been keeping? It's been donkey's years. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, unfortunately. Wait, you've actually been to the Scottish Highlands? Gosh, the city centre is absolutely packed, isn't it? Take care of yourself and have a safe journey home. I'm absolutely knackered. I think I'll head to bed. I really need to get round to tidying my lounge. Do you fancy grabbing a bite to eat after work is less than #7. 0 hash is greater than. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but I'll try it. Let's just play it by ear and see how we feel later. I was completely taken aback by his sudden reaction. It's a bit of a touchy subject, so tread carefully. I'm over the moon that you've decided to stay. I was blown away by the beauty of the architecture. I think we should take it with a pinch of salt. It's a small world. I ran into him at the pub. Let's not beat around the bush. I need your help. Everything will be better if we just stay consistent. Section C. Deep opinions and complex reactions. In my humble opinion, we need a fresh perspective. I'm inclined to agree with the general consensus on this. It's a highly controversial topic in the UK right now. I'm not entirely convinced that this is sustainable. It goes without saying that education is the key. I've been giving it some thought, and I've changed my mind. You can't just ignore the problem and hope it goes away. It's high time we started taking our goals seriously. From my perspective, the benefits are very clear. Honestly, I think it'll be a walk in the park for you. I'm absolutely spent after this intensive workout. I'm so proud of how far you've come this year. The situation is getting a bit out of hand, isn't it? I'm absolutely chuffed with our collaboration so far. Take care of your health. It's your best asset. I'm really looking forward to our next masterclass. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind at first. I'm struggling to see eye to eye with my manager. To cut a long story short, I finally reached my goal. Keep diving deep, and you will become a master. Part 5. Story Mode. A very British misunderstanding. Now, let's put it all together. Imagine a man named Mark. Mark was from Spain, and he had just started a new job in London. On his first Friday, his boss said to him, "Mark, I've got a lot on my plate today. Could you take the lead on the client report? It should be a piece of cake for you." Mark didn't translate in his head. He used his deep dive tools. He said, "I'm all ears, sir. I'll get the ball rolling immediately." After work, his colleague Sarah asked him, "Do you fancy going to the pub? We've worked so hard. Let's call it a day." Mark said, "I'd love to. I'm absolutely knackered." At the pub, they ordered some drinks. Sarah said, "I'm over the moon about your first week, Mark. You really hit the nail on the head with that report." Mark replied, "Thanks, Sarah. To be honest, I was apprehensive at first, but I realized that if I just stay consistent, it's a walk in the park." Just then it started to rain. Sarah sighed and said, "Typical. It's tipping it down. Bob's your uncle. Another wet weekend in London." Mark laughed. He wasn't just a student anymore. He was a local. He was chuffed to bits. Part 6. Your 30 Day Idiom Master Challenge. If you want to stop sounding plain, you need a habit. Here is your plan. Number 1. The idiom of the day. Choose one idiom from today's list. For example, chuffed to bits. Spend the whole day using it in your head. Number 2. The shadowing workout. Watch this video twice a week and repeat the marathon sections with full acting energy. Number 3. The social post. Go to the comments of this video and write one sentence about your day using an idiom. I will check your grammar. Part 7. The Rapid Fire Idiom Quiz. Let's check your reflex. I will say the plain, boring phrase, and you must say the Advanced British Idiom. Very easy. A piece of cake. Very happy. Chuffed to bits. To start something. To get the ball rolling. Very tired. Absolutely knackered. It's simple and finished. Bob's your uncle. A big fuss about nothing. A storm in a teacup. Conclusion. Excellent work today. You have just completed a massive 45-minute masterclass on the heart and soul of British English. You have learned 50 idioms and practiced 60 sentences to build your new native reflex. Remember, speaking like a native is not about being perfect. It is about being expressive. It is about using the social glue that makes people smile when you talk. I have a small task for you. Which idiom from today was your absolute favorite? Write it in the comments below. I will read every single one. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Deep Dive, and share this with a friend who wants to stop sounding like an English textbook. I am so incredibly proud of your work today. Keep practicing, stay brave, and stop sounding plain. I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.